Oh my god.
It's finally time.
So if you notice that he doesn't sound like he's through Skype or on a shitty phone, it's because once a year in November, Thurman ventures to Michigan, where I live, to come to a con where I live. So now we're doing a review, and he's right here. I can touch him. I can slap him. I can probably dry hump him.
Fuck him. You know?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we did that already.
Earlier.
Got some humping then.
So,
yeah,
my hero.
I'm picking it up on my phone, bro. Now, why you do that?
Oh yeah, of course, get up the chapter. Yeah, absolutely. So Thurman,
and what makes it great that you can finally see the official manga app.
Oh, oh my God, it's happening, bro! I've never seen the official manga app.
Official manga app.
Do you want to know? I just buy the volumes. I don't need no app, bro.
Bro, look at this.
$2.49.
Oh,
give it to me. Give it to me, bro.
Ah, baby.
All right,
okay.
I need to see. Okay, go to Bakugo. Let me see what he says on his official manga app. Okay. So, we were really enjoying Bakugo in this chapter.
I'm gonna be honest. Bakugo was the MVP of this chapter.
Yeah, bro. Go to the big moment. The big outburst. Go to it.
You're not supposed to expose your dirty laundry to guests.
Nah, Manga Stream was better. Manga Stream was better. I'm sorry. Here, hold on. Are you ready for this?
But he also says, also any more dishes to wash.
But then he's like under his breath, like, but also, like, do you need help on dishes?
He's like,
that's so funny.
He's like, when you host a dinner, it's supposed to be civil and pleasant. Sheesh. What a waste of good Szechuan maple tofu.
What a randomly specific food for Bakugo to like. So yeah, no, we got to talk about that for sure. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
So this is an awesome chapter because, like, one, we're just gonna jump around here. First of all, Todoroki's thing here. We went right from the villain stuff, you know, like the crazy good character development for Shigaraki and all that stuff. And it looks like Horikoshi is using this arc as a excuse to kind of give some more character development for Todoroki and their whole family. And I'm starting to realize, I mean, we all know death flags. They're approaching, right? Because this chapter starts with, I have this dream that when I die, they carry on without me and they just don't care. And it doesn't affect them, right? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of, that hit me a little bit because my dad has said similar things to me. I think my dad, you know, now that he's in his 60s, he talks about how, like, oh, you guys won't care when I'm dead. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Are you listening to me, bitch? Oh, I was about to fucking kick your ass.
My mom makes the same jokes, like, every time she gets mad.
Old motherfuckers do that.
She's not even old. She's like in her 50s. She's like,
that, yeah.
Yo,
that is old.
She's like,
hold on, just to blow your mind for a second. When you're in your 50s, it's like 20 to 30 years until you're dead.
Yeah.
So that is about that's kind of scary.
She's like, you'll miss me when I'm dead. Like, Mom, why the fuck would you say that to your children? Like, it's so annoying. Like, why? Mm-hmm. Like, why would I really want to think about my mother dying? Like, especially since she's my last parent. So that I hate when she does that.
No, parents do. I mean, like, I think that old people do that because they genuinely, like, I just like the way that was written in the beginning of this chapter because that is genuinely pretty realistic. Because my dad has told me that he feels the same way. He feels like when he dies, I'm not going to care. Like, they have those worries. They have those thoughts. And especially given the scenario that's happened with Todoroki and their whole family, that's probably pretty realistic for them, you know? And there was a line in this chapter here where, go to the part where he says, she asks him, how do you feel about Dad right now? And he says, he was like, I see him as the guy that gave me this burn, right? Which I love because obviously, physically speaking, the mom gave him the burn, but he's like, yes, but we know the reason. It was because he had fucked her up so much and made her so scared of him. She saw this little kid as a mini Endeavor. So it's like, for example, I look quite a lot like my dad, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say, you know, this never happened, but like if my dad was like abusive to her, and I walk up and maybe I'm having a temper tantrum, and it reminds my mom of like, you know, some anger spout my dad had, I could totally see that, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, and then we see this moment here where we see past the original flashback. We've seen this flashback a lot. Where, you know, you get, it's like his Zuko moment.
Yeah,
you know, where
she's on the phone with her mom.
Yeah, and then the tea's boiling. Yeah. But now we see after it, and I love this because I always imagined like she was...
immediately after that. Like,
yeah, no, I always imagined she was so far gone that like they had to come in and restrain her and take her away, or they had to call the cops. But no, she snapped out immediately. And that makes it sadder, because that does happen, right? Like, in PTSD, you have, like, these reflexes, you know what I mean? Like, she literally just threw boiling water on her child, and then she remembered, like, she realized, oh my God, that's just my kid. That's a kid. You know? So look, this panel made me fucking almost cry. Like, her just like, I'm so sorry. Oh my, can you imagine? Like, imagine being a parent, and you just, without even realizing it, like, just PTSD, you do that to your kid.
I mean, he could have lost his fucking eye.
Yeah, no, I even said that. Like, I'm shocked he can see through his eye. Like, I'm shocked he can like, see. Okay.
It's really a good thing she had ice abilities, because that would, like,
yeah, that's a good point. I guess, yeah, that's what she'd be doing.
Did you notice that?
Yeah,
like,
no, I did. I just, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because she immediately, like, you could tell, like, she, after that should happen, she immediately was like, oh, fuck.
That's
like,
a good point. That could have been way worse.
Yeah, oh my God, that could have been
honestly.
way worse. Thank God she had ice powers, because that shit would have been awful.
Yeah, so that is like, holy shit.
That's an Oda level. Like,
I can't even laugh at that. That just hurts. I'm thinking about that. What is wrong with you? Stop laughing.
There's a reason why I can't cry when it's like a sad thing in anime and manga.
You deal with trauma. You're like Logan Paul. You deal with trauma by laughing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So if
that's me. Like,
if you found that dead body in the forest, you'd be laughing too, and then people would be canceling you on Twitter.
Yeah. Because here's
not to say I have any fucking sympathy for Logan Paul. He's just a dumbass. We've actually talked about this.
Yeah.
We should link to that video.
Chris and Justin and David.
Yeah,
were all, like,
old school.
On him. Me and you were like, no, we don't really.
We don't hate him. He's just dumb.
Yeah. We're the only ones who are like, no, maybe we shouldn't hate someone we've never seen before, met in real life, met face to face.
In the same way, I don't hate a 10-year-old for like picking his nose.
So here's the thing, right? Let me explain a little bit of that, right?
No, we're not fucking delving.
No,
Logan Paul.
No, not Logan Paul. Me, bitch.
Okay,
before we get some SJWs, like, oh, you fucking laugh at fucking dead bodies.
No, I'll explain it real quick.
No. Let me explain. It's my.
It's just no, but I know what you're gonna say. It's a psychological thing. Everyone deals with that shit differently.
Yes, everyone deals with it differently. I think. If you know someone who has that, don't just think they're making a joke.
Yeah, no, he's laughing about how fucked up that would be. It's like a traumatic thing.
Think of Shinra, right? He doesn't smile.
Oh, my boy, my Fire Force boy.
He doesn't smile because he likes it. He smiles because, like, what else is he supposed to do?
We're talking about the main character of Fire Force, by the way, if you don't know.
If you're, and this goes for everyone who has, like, mental breakdowns or anxiety, like, you do what you think is the best that's gonna, like, kind of protect you from that situation at the moment in time. Yeah. So maybe, like, laughing will make you feel better, or make you, like, make it seem like it's not there, make you, like, run away from the situation, right? So that's the same way with me. Like, people always think I'm not serious or I'm sarcastic or stuff like that, because people are always like, when people are like, but I'm serious, or like you do too sometimes.
No, yeah, it's hard to tell, bro. Like, legit, yeah.
But it's not like I'm not paying attention or I don't care or I'm serious. It's just that I don't know. Like, laughing is like, or smiling is the only way.
Brains are fucking weird. Everyone acts differently.
Trust me, that's one of the things I worry about. I feel like that kind of gives me, like, anxiety a little bit. Like,
yeah, I mean,
like
that's why I overtalk. That's why what I do is I'm like, do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do I need to explain a different way? And people get angry at me because I talk too much, but like, or I over-explain. But yeah, I just want to look at the chapter here. So, let's see here. So
I want to talk about the end of the chapter real quick.
Yeah. So, okay, wait, no, may I?
Go ahead.
I just want to start with, is this are we finally
Dobby?
Dobby!
It's Dobby!
Yeah,
Toya,
that's probably Dobby, bro.
Toya. So
what's look? Does that mean, like, did Dobby, like, okay? Because look at his scars, right? His scars are fucked, right? So, like, what? He didn't have an ice mama to come over.
No. So so I'm curious about. Clearly, if he's right here chilling, like, I wish you could be here too. That means that this Toya either liked Endeavor, even though he was a fucking dick, and or he probably one of those kids who's just like, our dad's our dad, but you only get one dad. So, like, probably one of those. Like, some kids who, like, kind of excuse their parents.
They had an interaction, remember? Like, they had an interaction a couple chapters, like I don't know.
Yeah.
30-ish chapters ago, maybe.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm talking about, like, younger. Because,
but I'm getting a vibe that he thinks he's dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This is like a
I don't, yeah. Oh, yeah, good point. Right. I forgot that's what they do in Japan. They have, like, the fucking, yeah.
We see this all the time in comedy anime. We're not making fun of the tradition, by the way.
No. It's what I'm making fun of is there's a beach episode of Bleach where they Ukitake is a character in Bleach that's like always very sickly. Like he's always coughing up blood. He's like very frail, and you know how like you bury people in the sand. So, but because Ukitake is always sickly, they buried him in like a sand coffin, and like they literally like people thought he was dead, so they made like a funeral for him, and like everyone's just like, we just buried him in the sand, and they're all like praying for him. But
so
yeah, no,
Dobby.
Well, no, what I wanted to say though was. What's interesting about this is, yeah, since he clearly thinks he's dead, that interaction he had with that guy back then, or excuse me, that interaction that he had with Dobby back then, he clearly didn't know that was him. He didn't get the vibe. So, even though you'd think, I mean, that makes me think that the blue fire must be like a semi-new technique, or like something has to be significantly different. Because
we do know that they're doing modification, so that makes a lot of sense. True,
but also the scars, I have to imagine that Endeavor didn't cause those then, because otherwise, you know what I mean?
Because clearly, it's interesting because if he's sitting here, right, like from what we've gathered from Endeavor's past, he's one of those that he didn't really give a fuck about his kids at all. Like, I guess you can say, well, he gave a fuck about Todoroki, but let's be honest, like Todoroki was just like a fucking experiment, and he wanted him to replace him, so he could be All Might. But when it comes to the other children, like. You could probably tell, like, he didn't really give a fuck about them. Do
you remember when one of my favorite panels is when man, you let your fucking phone go to sleep. Oh, okay.
Clearly, it's not like a shitty Apple product where you have to do all the extra shit.
All right, remember that fucking scene where they're one of my favorite in his flashback when they're like walking on the banister. They're like up on a banister, and then like all of these other fucking like reject kids down there where the quirk didn't work as well. And then like Todoroki's looking at them, and then Endeavor's literally like, don't look at them, they're your lessers. You are the success.
So with that in mind, it blows my mind that Endeavor's actually like looking at like one of his children. Like this gives me the vibe that this kid, like, clearly he's a failure. Clearly he just got the flame, but clearly Endeavor
blue is blue flame too. That's interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, so clearly Endeavor felt some sort of like fatherly like emotions, because because usually you don't go to someone's fucking grave and be like, damn, I wish you were here, if you didn't fucking care for them in the past.
Also though, you could say he's trying to get better now, right? Because like, sure, past Endeavor wouldn't have given a fuck about them, but now I think he's trying to give a fuck about more of his kids. Because like, you know what I mean? Like we saw again in the beginning, he literally like, you mind if I go to the beginning here?
Yeah.
So the wording here at the beginning was, I'm trying to make amends going forward. Like I fall asleep every night thinking about what I can do for my family. That's a different ass Endeavor.
Yeah, but
for him to say, no, don't even fucking diss. Like,
I'm not dissing, bitch. Hold on.
The fact that he's like, literally all I think about is what can I do for my family? How can I do better? Like, that's impressive. Like, that's a guy genuinely trying to improve.
Yes.
Right?
You fucking Twitter pieces of shit. Keep in mind that we saw something very crazy.
I haven't seen people be mad about that lately.
No, but
honestly.
they will. They will.
Maybe.
I mean, let's be honest. We saw some very cringy My Hero Academia stuff at the con.
Oh.
To be fair, they were children.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair.
They did one of those, like, lines where they were just running around in, like, a conga line being loud and obnoxious at the con.
Yeah, and then we saw them, like, doing, like,
and it was all my Hero cosplayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see Black Clover fans doing that.
That's because there's not enough of them, bro.
Or Gintama
there's just
fans
not
doing
enough.
That.
There's not.
Good.
Can you get your fucking foot out of my ass?
Oh, yeah, that's staying in the video, by the way.
Yeah, oh, yeah, 100%.
All gayness is staying in. Gayness increased 100%. Because now we can touch each other. I'm touching him right now. So, anyway, so my thing is like, yeah, you're right, but I mean, like, even then, like, I feel like if that was the case, if he was trying to change and, like, he was doing that to the grave, I almost feel like it would be like, damn, like...
Clearly it's special. They lost let me read exactly his wording here. I wish you could be here too. So like they lost a child, right? How did that? Then obviously he's not really dead. If we're going off of this is Dobby, which I imagine he is, right? You got to wonder what the fuck happened. Like what do they think happened? What do they think happened that made him die? Like what is the official story of why he's dead? Is what I need to know. You know.
Next chapter. So you know how Dobby fought the Ice Queen? During the arc. Do you think that's foreshadowing?
Oh, right.
You think that's... Because, let's be honest here...
Foreshadowing for what?
I'll explain.
Okay.
So, let's be honest here. We had to talk about how My Hero Academia doesn't really have the best foreshadowing.
I mean, it's okay.
Although,
it's not awful.
Yeah, not awful. But technically on Twitter, a lot of people were like, well, actually, Hirokoshi does some great foreshadowing. And I did see some evidence that showed decent... But the context was, it was like a Black Clover fan and my academic friend was like, which has the better foreshadowing? And Black Clover does 100%. But anyway, with One Piece reigning supreme over all of them.
Yeah. At least we can agree on that.
Yeah,
at least we can
100%. I honestly, I don't really think any other series speaks One Piece.
Show me a series, period, that has better fucking foreshadowing.
We put that in the comments.
Literally, if you can think of a series that has better foreshadowing than One Piece, put it down.
Anyway, so with all that shit. So, reason why I say
introducing Jinbei in volume 6.
So, see how I was talking about foreshadowing, like how Dabi was fighting like the ice person who could lower temperatures.
Right.
Do you think that's like a Hirokoshi was doing like a little Oda Togashi play because his mom uses ice? You think?
I mean,
I know
it
that,
could just be as simple as it's fun to have fire people fight ice people.
Yeah, I know that's like the biggest reach ever, but
it's a little too reachy for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Hirokoshi, to be honest.
Nah, it's whatever.
This is basic My Hero Academia stuff. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if people Hirokoshi make Dabi fight the ice person because that's
dumb.
He's gonna fight Todoroki.
That's just dumb. It's dumb. I hate it. So dumb.
What I found out, he hates conspiracy theories. So
yeah, well,
if they're
there
not,
has to be fucking evidence. It's got to be factual. Got to be evidence.
If they're not from Joy Boy or Tekken,
Joy Boy is fucking. He's credible, man. I love.
If it's not from Joy Boy or Tekken, he doesn't like the theory.
I like this fucking case, bro.
You've seen it,
no, but I've never used it. Fuck you. He's got a cool case.
Yes, fucking me right now.
You got to relax.
I'm horny, bro.
Not for me. Okay, no, you have to stop. Seriously, he's not gay, believe it or not.
No, I'm not.
He's told me that he couldn't kiss me. I tried.
No, can't do it.
So no, but may I?
Go ahead. You may.
This moment I think is really big because it's a really cool moment between Deku and Todoroki here, where he's like, you're not. If you wanted to just say "fuck you," I'm never gonna forgive you, you would have said that by now, but you haven't. You're always, but you also haven't forgiven him either. You're always kind of in the middle. You're straying that middle line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think what you're doing is you're waiting for the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of a big moment. And look at disgusted Bakugo's just like, Jesus Christ.
Bakugo was an MVP.
He's as funny as he is. Imagine hanging out with Bakugo. Jesus, he's just an ass. Like you're just literally Bakugo's the guy you're trying to have like a legit conversation. He's in the background like, shut the fuck up. But why do you two just butt chug already?
I don't know, bro. It's just so funny.
It's funny in manga. I'm just saying, imagine he's like in real, like he is the guy, like he is that group of cosplayers that were fucking shouting personified into one person.
Oh my god.
Like he's the guy, but like more angry. He's like you're, you and I.
For no reason. Too.
Yeah. He's.
I like his blunt. I like his truth blunt.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan of that.
He's just like, oh my god, don't show us your fucking drama. Why? Like when you
turn back around.
Oh.
No, like get in your stomach.
Oh.
Yeah. Just because it's so you can use your phone. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. So, sorry, I was just...
Yeah, no, oh my god.
I'm just so fascinated by the Naruto collection. And this is like, I have a love...
He's checking out all my manga.
I have a love-hate relationship with Naruto, so I was thinking, like, should I just read Naruto?
It's worth it. Oh, absolutely. The manga's not too bad at all. But no, I mean, you're right. Like, I'm a big fan of blunt truth-telling because it cuts the bullshit, right? There's a lot of, like, but what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And he's just like, shut up!
He's like,
just do it.
And then the sister's like, oh, I am so sorry.
I love, because his sister is such like a genuine, like, she's like the normal polite person, and Bakugo's just like, oh my god, I hope you didn't overheard. No, I did. Fuck you. I don't care. Get over it. I love it. And then, of course, Deku's trying to be like, I'm so sorry, man. I heard about it retroactively. I didn't even know. And then Bakugo's just like, I heard about it from him.
So there was one thing that I said that's just like you. That you said.
Me? I have to know.
Yeah, man, it was something that was earlier in the fucking thing.
Go back before they.
Oh, here, yes.
Show me.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
It's even in the fucking It's even in the fucking part. He's like, when they're eating, and Deku's like going a whole thing about the food. Bakugo's like, don't analyze the fucking food. And I was like, that is red. That is red. That is red. So, for this joke to make sense, let me tell you a little story, okay? So my first time...
Before you tell the story, let me give you a pre-story. I have severe OCD, so what that means, it's not just organizing, it just means, like, basically, like, dumb, ridiculous, overanalyzing thoughts are constantly going through your head. So, like, if you're going to go on a plane, you're like, but what if it crashes? But what if a terrorist comes in and hijacks it? But what if... It's just these dumb thoughts, right? So I overanalyze everything to, like, a crazy degree. Now, go ahead, Thurman.
So, last year, this is so funny. Last year.
Exactly.
Last year, we went to IHOP for the con, right? And then I was watching Red eat, because we were at IHOP. He was just looking at the pancakes, just like, Like, so I was like, I was just looking at him. I was like, Red, you really analyze everything. Like, you really analyze that food. You even analyze to eat. Like, he was literally, like, looking at different ways to put his fork in the pancake and get, like, it was like he was analyzing, okay, so if I move my fork, like, 2 seconds this way, and, like, 3 degrees this way, I can get the best proper, point is, so I can get this many pancakes and put it in my mouth. So... seeing this and then seeing like Deku and then Bakugo was like, stop analyzing the fuck. That's just so funny to me. I was like,
that's great.
Like, Red, that's what I wanted to show you. Like, this is Red. Like, you have to read this part.
That's great. Yeah, I can't believe you
like that.
Because like apparently like most normal people just fucking eat. I like fucking like cut my pancakes into like perfect squares and like it's fucking ridiculous.
That was one of the highlights of the chapter.
Oh yeah, and there's a reason I love Deku, dude. Like Deku is one of the more relatable characters to me. There's a reason I love Deku as a main character is because when he does the muttering, like legit, I've talked to Andrew about this before. The muttering thing he does, the overanalyzing thing he does, that is me. That is so me. Can you confirm this?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, Deku is pretty fucking me, and I love him for it. That's why my favorite part of Deku isn't like super confident, like haha Deku. And no, it's like nerd over, because that's what it is. The overanalyzing, the overthinking. That's what my brain is constantly, and that's not a flex, by the way. That's not me being like I just have such a high IQ. No, I hate it. Trust me.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but other than that, this chapter was pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm. Another chapter of just shit happening. But I love this chapter. Honestly, I'm giving it an early rating. I'm honestly giving this chapter 10 out of 10, 100%.
Damn.
I loved it. Like it was good. Like it was like this chapter and the Black Clover chapter are my two favorites. Like.
Wow.
Hands down. Like,
yeah. The one last thing that I loved was Deku and Bakugo's facial reactions as they're having their little family argument. Yeah. Because, like, look at it. It's so real. Like, we've all been invited to, like, a friend's house, and then they're, like, their parents argue or some shit. Mm-hmm. Like, look at that.
So, my big question is that I saw, so you know how, like, the static, like, I can't wait to see that in the anime, by the way.
Which static?
Like, the static, like
oh, yeah.
So you know how they're like, oh, Natsu's eat, yada, 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 yada. And then Natsu's like, Endeavor probably didn't let you eat it. And then you see the static, right? So the second static is where I got confused at. Because I saw that, and I was like, the sister was like, Fumi, right? She was like, so what food do you eat at school? And then in Jaimimi's, I thought Endeavor was trying to say something, but he was interrupted. Is that why they did that?
That's how I assume it. Yeah.
So that's
I think it was just like they talked at I interpreted it as they talked at the same time. It was like it was like and then it was just got really awkward, and then they just left. That's how I understood it.
So
I interpreted it as an awkward moment.
Yeah. So because I see Endeavor was gonna respond to Natsu, but when Fumi asked that, I think he was a little late on it.
Yeah. No, it was just an awkward moment. They tried to talk at the same time, and then everyone was like, "Fuck this."
He said, because Endeavor was like, "I never knew." I think he's saying, "Why not try again?" And then Natsu said, I think Shoto says school food, and then
yeah. No,
where'd the humph come from? The humph. Was that Endeavor or
it really doesn't matter. Do you think you're overthinking it? Honestly,
I'm glad I am.
I really just look at it as an awkward moment, and then
what do we talk about? We like to analyze it. It's your fault for making me analyze manga, bitch. What are you gonna do? Tell Speed not to comprehend?
There's really not a lot of things to analyze.
Whatever. Comprehension's telling Speed just he's like, comprehension's my job. You stuck to the Speed.
Yeah.
Fine. Anyway, that's about it.
No, what I want to comprehend is some fucking Nen powers. Okay, come back, fucking Togashi.
Nah, he's too busy kicking ass with Hero in Smash Brothers.
Amazing. Well, I think that's it, bro. Final thoughts.
And with that,
final thoughts.
Nope.
Predictions. Do we go into a Dabi flashback?
I hope so.
No, seriously, I don't know what you're doing. Wait.
Well, there's something right there. I think you spit on the thing.
Oh, could you if you click that, this is a touch screen, so if you clicked it, you might have stopped recording.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, with it, peace. Editing. Peace.